Hello guys, and welcome back on DevOps with Yannick. In today's episode, you're going to learn how to proceed with Docker configuration with our Jenkins server, and particularly we're going to learn how we are working with SSH stuff, configure them, and also one thing that I really enjoy when I was building that episode is the fact that we're going to move forward on the concept, on the useful concept like Dockerify with our Docker container. We're going to see how to build a image from scratch using a Dockerify, and also we're going to see how inside our Docker compose file we can set up many Docker at a time with the same network and allow them to work together, communicate, and proceed with some some stuff. So let's get started. So we're going to start by create our Docker file. So print world directory can provide us our current directory Jenkins data. If I list this, you're going to see that we have our Docker compose.yaml. I'm going to create a Alma Linux 10 directory quickly. So I'm using Alma Linux because we're going to build our new image from Alma Linux 10, which is the latest version of Alma Linux. Okay, so we're going to run our vim command Dockerify, and you can see always use the D on Dockerify in uppercase. It's a requirement. So the first line of our Dockerify going to be the from. What is the base image that we're going to use to build our new image, and it's from Alma Linux. And we're going to run some update first as command. So inside Dockerify, we are using the run in uppercase in order to run to execute a command. After that, we're going to install password open SSH server because we're going to need it in the next step. Okay, so on the next step, I'm going to create a user using user add command, name remote user, and we're going to put a slash on other side to move on the next line. So after that, we're going to create our password for our user using the echo 123, which is the password. Pipe it for password remote user that's standing standard input. So this command going to automatically provide 123 as password for our remote user. So that's how you can do it with one line. After that, we're going to create our directory .ssh in remote user directory. Then we're going to provide a full permission for the owner of that directory, and particularly for the file for the folder .ssh. I pressed the escape button and Ctrl-Z in order to get out and proceed with some creation of our SSH key. So I'm using SSH keygen -f for the name of the file remote key, and I'm just going to provide my passphrase, which is my first name, and I have my remote key and remote key .pop that has been created. So when I list, you can see that I have these both. I'm going to use the FG right now and copy the remote .pop. Okay, so FG going to allow me to come back inside my Vim editor, and I'm going to move that remote key .pop inside my directory remote user .ssh authorized key. you remember in this previous video on Ansible, I explained everything about this, how to set up manually all this stuff. Let's watch all that series or watch this episode if you want to learn more about it manually. So how to do it from scratch manually. So I'm going to move it on that directory in order to allow easy access. After that, I'm going to use the change owner remote user as owner and as group remote user. So I'm using the change owner command now to define the owner and the group of our directory, of our file. Okay, so remote user going to be the new owner and it's going to be the group as well, and I'm going to apply recursively using the -r option for the folder .ssh. And after that, I'm going to provide you can see on the right I'm explaining a little bit how this chown command is describing. Okay, so after that you can put a pause and just read everything on the right easily. So using the chmod, I have changed the permission of authorized key file. So provide the read and write permission for the owner. Okay, finally, before the last line, I'm going to proceed with the run command again. Run the ssh-keygen-a in order to make everything work correctly. As you can see on the bottom as well, I provide some detail. So I'm going to provide the command, which is the last one, ssh-d-d. Okay, so this command is going to be useful in order to allow us to work with SSH protocol without any issue. So you can drop a pause and read the -d. This is an option passed to the ssh-d command. For ssh, the -d option means do not detach. So you can drop a pause and read them deeply. It's just awesome how all these things is working. All these things is working. So yeah, outside when I list now, you can see that we have our Docker file. So I'm going to move back on our previous directory in order to modify our Docker compose file right now. So it's that Docker compose, that YAML file that we work on the previous video. Let's watch this video if you want to learn more about it. So I already do something. I already set up that remote host stuff, but I'm going to repeat it again, explaining line after line and after delete it. Okay, so the first thing is remote hosts that are aligned at the same level with the first service that we have, which is Jenkins. So remote host and container name, I name it remote host. Then after that, I provide the name of my image, which is remote host. And for that one, I'm going to build it, so I have to give that precision build, and I have to provide the context where I'm going to build it. The context is where we're going to use our Docker, where we're going to find our Docker file. Okay, so it's inside the directory Alma Linux 10. So I'm just going to provide the name of that directory right there on the context. Then we're going to move on the next step quickly. We're going to provide the networks, okay, which is going to be net, exactly the same that we have provided in the previous one. Okay, so I'm going to delete the first section. I just want to show you with all the precision, all the detail, how I proceed to write it. So I'm going to delete the double remote host that I have here. Okay, and I'm just going to keep one. So I didn't provide the volume here because yeah, we don't need it. So about the pupils that I have, everything should be good right now. So I'm going to save it using column WQ exclamation sign quickly, and we're going to try to move on the next step. So you can drop a post and rate everything. The Jenkins parameter, I show you how to set that one up in the previous video with Docker Compose. So let's watch that video if you want to learn more about it. So let's get back right now. Okay, so right now I'm going to build my my new image, my remote host image. So I'm going to run the command docker compose build, and I got it, remote host build. Awesome. So if I list all my images right now, you're going to see that I have a new image named remote host. I'm going to show you in the next episode how to push an image that you have built from scratch on Docker Hub, on your Docker Hub account, in order to allow people to come and just pull them off and so on. So Docker Compose up right now fnd allow us to run in order to be able to see as a container that is running. So you see, before I wasn't able to see them, so everything is looking good now. We have our network that has been created, and you're going to understand what is the useful role that network is playing in the next episode. Okay, have a network with many containers in our Docker Compose file allow us to create a network traffic. They can communicate together and so on. So please subscribe to this channel. It's just the beginning. We're going to move on the powerful concept named Kubernetes after this series on Jenkins and Docker. So I'm pretty sure that you're going to really love it. I'm logging inside my Jenkins container right now. I already showed you how to do it in the previous video. So I'm just going to run SSH remote user. This is the name of the user that you have created, right? You remember remote user albas remote host, which is the name of our container. So they asked us to provide the password. I did it, and directly we are good. We have connected 100%. So that means that everything works with our network. We are in the same network, so we can communicate without any issue. So everything looks good. You can see right there that we have that user and so on. Please subscribe and give a thumbs up to this video if you have learned something new, and see you on the next video for more and more powerful concept. And also, if you have questions, drop them in the comment and I will be happy to help. Thank you so much. Bye.